Secretary of State, I have to say, you're a man of a good reputation in running a department or doing practical things. You have that reputation. But I think, how do you give people confidence that this is not all headline and no substance? And, you know, I go with that headline. We've got devolution, revolution, as if this would be about Wales or Scotland or Northern Ireland. But it's not. So, you know, people do. I think you can understand how people see the Johnson administration as a lot of headlines and very little substance sometimes. How do you reassure people?
You know, sure. No, sure. I mean, and I think that I can understand that people are cynical and sceptical about politicians at the moment. Absolutely. So that's why we're laying out some ways in which progress can be measured and people can make a judgment about whether or not we've been true to our word and we've delivered. So, again, right at the beginning of this Parliament, the Prime Minister spelt out the additional investment and commitments that we were making in terms of additional police officers, doctors and nurses. We're now going further and laying out a long-term plan. And in it, we talk about the additional numbers of people who, for example, will be getting high-quality skills training. And people will be able to judge whether or not we've actually delivered, because these are numbers you can't fudge or finagle.
And I just wanted to ask you on figures, because there was a lot of criticism over the weekend that this wasn't necessarily new money that was being invested into this. And you'll be familiar with the National Audit Office, who've come out saying that the Treasury guidance on how to ensure this policy will work before committing money has been ignored, and that ministers have wasted opportunities, and that they're relying on research funded by the EU to put all of this in place.
Yeah, no. I take very seriously reports from the National Audit Office and others who want us to spend public money effectively, because ultimately it is your viewers' money, it's taxpayers' money. It doesn't grow on trees, it's produced by the hard work of your viewers, so we've got to spend it carefully and appropriately. On the argument that there is no new money here, I think that's a slightly odd argument, because the Chancellor allocated at the spending review big chunks of cash to individual government departments. And now those government departments, including my own, are explaining how that money is going to be allocated. That is how government works, and it's critically important, of course, that not just Parliament, but also GB News and its presenters hold people like me to account for how we spend your viewers' money.